Hey friends. Hi. I'm on day 23 of the Camino de Santiago and I am in Beoña. And I was walking here pre-dawn. I walked a whole hour before dawn even came. It was so beautiful because the coastal route really hugs the coast in many parts. And so I could hear the ocean without even seeing it. But it was light enough that I could check out the yellow arrows that kept me on track. Plus, you can't get too lost. You're following the coast. But I happen chanced into this city, Beoña. I'm going to do a panning right now so that you can see the beauty that's all around me. I happen chanced into this town to find out that the Niña and the Pinta probably loaded up with water here before they went over the Atlantic Ocean, upon the Atlantic Ocean, and the Pinta actually returned here to this very spot. And at first I was really surprised, and then I was thinking back and going, wow, Beoña sounds kind of vaguely familiar from second grade history class. But I may be also projecting that idea. So it is fantastic to be walking with you. I've been putting every daily video on my business page because I don't want to overload you on my personal page. And today the topic is about Native American dying, and in a deeper sense, the way that we as human beings have the capacity in our hearts to be big, to have a tender, big heart, to hold all, the marginalized, the unmarginalized, the seen, the unseen. We can hold that all within our hearts. And it seems to me that since we have the capability to hold that level of connectivity and compassion in our hearts, that because the faculty and ability is there, we must be called, that to be God-like is to be big-hearted like that. And it can be for big causes like marginalized communities like the Native Americans going through tragedy, and it can be for the very person that's right next to us. Well, I have walked an hour looking for the monument that marks what they call here the meeting of the East and the West worlds. And close by that monument is an unmarked burial place of a Native American that was brought back on the Pinta. So it was probably Pinzon versus Columbus' ship, but we don't know for sure, right? Brought back and died here in this world. And it was a moment to offer great reverence, sadness, respect to a human being that traveled across the Atlantic Ocean and died in a foreign land. Can you believe that? Now, do we know if this human being that was on that ship that was Native American, do we know if that person came willingly or unwillingly? It's difficult to say. Do we know if this person, man or woman, was adventurous and thought, I'm going to do this for my tribe and we're going to make new friends across oceans? Or were they forced or coerced or lied to? What we do know is that this human being died without family, without tribe, without land. And if you know anything about Native American spirituality, I have a little in my blood, but the little bit I know is there's a great sense of spirit and the experience of spirit connected with the land of the people and the very interwovenness of the tribe. What we do know is that this person was buried in an unmarked grave. And even the memorial, which I actually can't find, it's probably right before my eyes, but I walked an hour looking for it, which is kind of symbolic, right? Even the memorial that's there celebrates the meeting of the East and the West worlds. So the memorial isn't even wholly attributed to the heroism of this human being that traveled to a foreign country and died. So we have the chance to hold within our hearts the peoples of the past, the peoples of our era, the peoples of the future, the plants and the animals. We have a chance to hold the person we don't understand that stands right beside us, that has a different perspective and life experience. We have the chance to mourn when our earth is violated. That's our call. And so today I walk the Camino for all the ways we as human beings, in our desire for good things, the ships going over the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, that was probably an exciting venture that had a goodness to it, even if it had an oppressiveness to it as well. That even in our goodness, even when we seek it, we lack the insight to know the ramifications of our choices and our actions. And I walk today the Santiago. I walk for every human being, every plant, and every animal that has experienced our short-sightedness, my personal short-sightedness, but the short-sightedness of us humans who are called to not only recognize our own dignity, but to recognize the dignity of every living thing in creation. On a deeper note on that, think about that word Native American. I was reflecting as I was walking looking for this memorial, and how often I have read in texts that shortened to just natives, and natives being somewhat synonymous with a degrading word like savages, like uncivilized. And yet, on the Pinta replica that's here, there is a hammock. And the Europeans learned from the Native Americans how to make hammocks so that they didn't have to sleep on the wood floors. We know that every group, every tribe, every collection, every species has wisdom to contribute to the whole. So while the wisdom was gleaned from these Native Americans, there is a human being's bones that are right here on this coast that go unmarked, uncelebrated, largely unrecognized. So may we all in some way today walk in union with someone, something, some issue, some aspect of creation that goes unseen, that goes unloved, that goes without the dignity of their life being celebrated. So I love you all. Thank you for walking with me. I walk with you. I carry my intentions, your intentions in my heart. I guess I'm carrying your intentions in my heart so much that they become my intentions. Here's to oneness. But I love you deeply. And look at, again, I'm going to pan this beautiful city, Beonia. Really, really remarkable. And what a find, unexpected on my journey. We've got about 8 or 9 days left together before Santiago is the final stop. And I'll enter those doors, and the liturgy that day will be offered for you. Okay, sweet friends. Bye-bye.